Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mr. Eichler's math class. And today we're going to do hopefully one of our final lessons in fractions, and that is how to multiply a fraction by a whole number. And believe it or not, this is not hard. They know everything they need to know already, but what they got to be able to do is pull a little piece from here and a little spot from here and a little spot from there and put it all together and be able to make this work. This is not hard. Really, I'm not kidding. It's not hard. I'm going to go over here and we're going to get going, and we're going to take a look with a quick review and ask the age-old question: how do I make one whole into a fraction? Right? Now, of course, we know that we can take our number and put the same number on the top and the same number on the bottom, and boom, this equals one whole, right? So what about a 2? Right, exactly. Very good. 2 over 2. That equals 2. No, it doesn't. This still equals 1. Now I know what you're thinking, but 2. What is a fraction? A fraction is a division problem in disguise. They're Decepticons. True story. True story. They are very, very tricky little numbers. The other day I was walking around the house with a baseball bat. My wife looked at me and said, "Why are you walking around the house with a baseball bat?" I told her, "Decepticons." She laughed. I laughed. The toaster laughed. I smashed the toaster. They're tricky. Well, watch out for them, man. It didn't really. That's a joke. All of that is to say that our math problems are tricky as well. It is a division problem in disguise. I teach my kids a neat little sick mnemonic. That is to say that fractions make me sick. They make me want to divide up. Okay? That is to say that I divide my denominator into my numerator. So, denominator, numerator, and of course 2 goes into 2 one time. There you have mathematical proof that 2 over 2, 2 halves, is equal to 1 whole. So how do I write it? Well, I write it 2 over 1, because 1 goes into 2 times. 2 wholes, right? I can do this with any whole number, okay? So I can take my 3 and make my 3 wholes, because 1 goes into 3 times. The same with 4. 4 over 1. 1 goes into 4 times. 174. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There you go. 1 divides into 174 times. Okay? So to make any number, any whole number, a fraction, the simplest way to do it is to take the whole number, make it the brain cramping, make it the numerator, so to say 5, and then put that whole number over 1. And then think to yourself, 1 goes into 5 times, 5 wholes. Boom, done, got it, nailed it. Why do we need to do that? Well, because to multiply a fraction by a whole number, you're going to have to convert that whole number into a fraction. Now, there are 2 basic methods that we use. Obviously, we can decompose these bad boys, or we can multiply. And what we're doing this week in class is both ways. This way they can be self-checking, and this way they can do it both ways, and they know all that they need to know, because knowledge is power. Yes, that was an inside joke for anyone that watched the old Transformers show. Sorry. We can decompose. So to begin with, 1/2 times 3, right? So we decompose 1/2. Wait, what? Well, how many 1/2s do I need? How many could I possibly need? 3. Yes, I need 3 1/2s, because what is multiplication but repeated addition? So I need 3 1/2s. 1 plus 1/2 plus 1/2. And then I add them up, and you need to get out of the way, and I get 3 halves. 1, 2, 3, and of course we don't add our denominator. Easy peasy, right? Multiplying. Okay, understand, the rules are going to change slightly here when we multiply by a fraction. We know when we add and subtract fractions, first rule is we must have common denominators, and then we leave the denominators alone. We never add denominators. Multiplication changes that. We do multiply. We multiply numerator times the numerator, and we multiply denominator times the denominator. So 1 times 3 equals 3, and 2 times 1 is 2. Wait, but wasn't that the answer I got? Yeah, I love it when that happens. And this is why we're going to learn both methods this week, so that we can self-check and then we can make sure that we're getting the right answer both ways. And if we don't, something's not right. Now, one other thing to point out, there's something wrong with that answer. Yes, indeed. 3 halves is not in proper form. So we need to make it in proper form. We need to make it a mixed number. So we can decompose the 3, 1/2, 2/2, 3 halves. 1/2 and 1/2 makes 2 halves, which makes 1 whole, and that other half is the one left over, so I have 1 and 1 whole, or I can simply divide, right? Divide up. 2 goes into 3 one time, that's my whole number, with a remainder of 1. And I put my remainder over my divisor, which is also my denominator, and I have 1 and 1/2. Isn't math awesome? Hey, that's everything I got for you tonight. Any questions, any comments, please don't hesitate to ask. As always, tomorrow in class, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Good night, everyone.